Shalom. First off, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakah HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone that rule well, and peace and salutation to the Ikim that's pushing his word and truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. Shalom. This is the brother Zion Amon from the GMS Detroit Bar Camp. All right, coming to you. With another video dealing with the name of one of our forefathers, being Jacob, whose name was later changed to Israel, which means Prince of the Power, Prince of the Most High, Prince of God, all right, which we always bring out, but we very rarely, go into the name Jacob, or, I haven't, seen a lot of detailed video, so I kind of wanted to do like a name highlight and get a further understanding, or give a further understanding of what the word Jacob in the Hebrew, being Yaakov, what it means, because way back when, in the beginning of us being a nation, we were certainly a lot more spiritual then than we are now. We had an understanding of things in the earth, of prophecies, and words definitely meant something. And what our people being spiritual, names definitely had carried a certain vibration. So like our people today, when we name our children, a lot of people just name their children because that's what they want. That's the parent wants their name to be that, so they name their children that. Or, it sound cute. It sound good. It roll nice off the tongue, so they want to name them that. But it's really no spiritual, mindset behind it. It's just, to a lot of our people, a name is just a name, But way back then, or I say you have the term, nomen omen, which is name prediction. So a lot of Israelites, the name that they carried was a prediction of something to happen in the future, whether it was immediate or, later down the line. But nonetheless, it was due to prophecy, And with this being a year of prophecy, I figure I'd bring it out. So I felt like I had another point. It'd probably come to me. But yeah, Jacob, who was the younger brother of Esau. We know, you read Genesis, the 25th chapter, it tells about Esau coming out first, being the elder son. He came out white all over, or salaki, red all over, like a hairy garment, which are the so-called white people that you see today. Their forefather is Esau, Edom. All right, that's where all white people, all so-called white people, come from, whether they know it or not. That's the truth. All right. So, but we dealing with Jacob, all right, because that's what the white man's kept from us, our heritage, as far as, who our line goes back to, who we are, and what our purpose is here. So, and a lot can be found out in the name, so we're going to bring out the name, all right? So I got it already pulled up here, Jacob, all right? This is Hebrew, in the Hebrew, 3290 Yaakov. All right, and it says, Jacob is it says heel holder or supplanter. All right, and we say the word supplanter in the sense of like, like in the sense of getting up, running game on somebody or something like that. But it means more than that, and hey, even if that's the case, let's say that, right? it was set up in the spirit for Jacob to get the birthright, because a lot of people say, Jacob, he pulled one over on Esau, to get the birthright. No, it was just set up through the spirit, for Esau to be starving one day, and for him to be a carnal creature. He gave a fuck less about the birthright. He's worried about the right here, right now, just as he is today. That's why he's trying to usher in his kingdom. I mean, he's in his kingdom now, but he's trying to make full. He's how can I put it? He's putting the cherry on top, so to speak. Where he can control everything, he can see everything. So he has all dominion, all power over life itself. With him being at the top, and basically removing the Most High. And he does that by way of controlling your media, what you hear and don't hear. All right. In your school system, right? What is taught and what they keep from you, okay? And keeping you distracted with all these entertainment, right? Whether it be sports, movies, TV shows, so-called reality TV, just a bunch of nonsense and fluff, stupid ass, music that comes on the radio. They're all like weapons. In fact, they're weapons of mass distraction, to keep you away from the truth, keep you asleep. All right. That's how Esau, is ushering in his kingdom. All right. But again, Salakia, I don't want to get off topic, but going back to Jacob, like I say, it was set up in the spirit for him to receive the blessing. All right. Just things had to play out. So let's see. I want to look up. Let's look up the word supplanter. And what does the word supplanter mean? All right. So I was pulling it up on Google here. All right. Well, supplant. All right. It says to supersede and replace. Right. Synonyms: to replace, supersede, displace, take over. All right. Take over from, substitute for it, override. Okay. What else we got? Oust, usurp. All right, we're going to usurp our authority, overthrow, remove, topple, unseat, dispose, dethrone, right? Because Esau is on his high horse, right? He's on the throne. He's in rulership. He's in his heaven. All right, we're going to dethrone Esau from all that. All right, we're going to supersede. We're going to replace him as the righteous, essentially king. Because the Most High promised us, to be kings and priests. Because basically, as a king, you have authority. You have a say-so as to, what gets, what's okay and what's not okay, what's right and what's wrong, and we're going to do that in righteousness according to the laws of the Bible, right? Which was administered by Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, right? He's the creator, so he's the one that knows what's best. Right, for us to to do on the earth. He's the architect of the whole universe, of the whole galaxy, the whole earth, and everything you see. So who better to tell you, what you should be doing, not be doing? See, Esau right now, he wants to be the police. He wants to be the God on earth, But that's not how it's going down, because Esau, he gave him, or should I say, going back to Isaac, which is, if you understand the scriptures, was or is or was Yahweh Shai, you know, in the scriptures, who the world equally calls Jesus Christ. You know, he was Isaac in the reincarnation. So he was the one that set up, that gave Esau everything he has today. All right? He's so having that understanding, he knew when he came back as Yahweh Shai, as the deliverer, that, you know, basically by his own son, that he was going to smite him, that he was going to mock him, you know, as the Romans. All right? But basically Yahweh Shai gave him everything you see right now. He gave him his power. And he's going to be the same one that takes it away. It kind of goes back to the same, you know, like, you know, if you was fortunate enough to have a father in the home, a lot of us didn't, you know, because, you know, that's attributed to the curses. So it's one good way to know you're an Israelite, you know, if you didn't have a father in the home. But, you know, for those that did, that say, you know, I brought you into this world and I'm going to take you out, right? So, hey, Yahweh Shai was the father of Esau, you know, going back to Isaac, all right? And coming back as Yahweh Shai, coming back as that that superpower, that, you know, that immortal force, that energy, he's gonna be the same one to take him out of power. So, you know, everything's gonna come full circle. All right? And with that, you know, he set Jacob up as well, you know, to basically rule with him in the kingdom of heaven, to rule at the end of the world, all right? At the end of the world, as in the end of an age, all right? Because, you know, Jacob, you know, basically had 12 sons, all right? And those 12 sons created 12 tribes. And from that, out of those 12 tribes, when Yahweh Shai come back, he's going to redeem Salakia. He's going to redeem 12,000 from each tribe, each respective tribe. All right, which equals 144,000. All right, and also going into the 1/3 of the nation of Israel. Okay, so as the saying goes, what goes around comes around. You know, so it's befitting, with the name being Jacob, you know, like we read here, to replace, all right, to supersede, to displace, because that's what the 12 tribes are going to do, all right? We're going to replace Esau, all right, from him ruling, all right? We're going to supersede, we're going to override, all right? We're going to dethrone him. We're going to move him out of the power seat, you know? Showing that the scriptures is real, they on point, you know? Pursuant to, what's that, Revelations 19, right? I'll get it right quick. Unless you know that this book is it's a spiritual book. The book is alive, all right? This is not just no, you know, some old Harry Potter novel or something, or whoever your favorite, you know, book and or author is, all right? This book is no book in this earth that can hold a candle to the Holy Bible, man. It's 100%, all right, 144% accurate, all right? This is Revelations 19, and where we at? In 10, it says, "And I fell at his feet to worship him, and he said unto me, See thou do it not. I am thy fellow servant and of thy brethren that have the testimony of Yahweh Shai. All right, worship the Most High, for the testimony of Yahweh Shai is the spirit of prophecy." All right, and don't the scriptures, what's that, pursuant to Hebrews, I think it's 10:7. You know, it says, I come in the volume of the book. You know, I come in the volume of the book. That's basically Yahweh Shai, you know, speaking of himself. Yahweh Shai is in the Old Testament as well as the New Testament. He comes in the whole role, you know. That's why the whole, it's a one complete book. It's no half and half, no half truths, all right? You know, so if you were to get into this thing, you gotta take the bitter with the sweet. All right. But, you know, just touch, hey, this book is the spirit of prophecy, you know. Everything that's written in this book is set to go off at a appointed time that the Most High has within his might, within his power. He knows when he's going to destroy America. He knows when he's going to remove or dethrone the so-called white man, you know, from his rulership. All right. It's prophecy going back to Jacob. All right. You know, through the spirit, Isaac called Jacob that for, he gave Jacob that name for a specific reason, just the way he gave Esau his name, you know. All right, which means wasted away, which I probably do a video dealing with Esau's name, because all things are spiritual. All right. Matter of fact, now, what else did it say? It said, let me go back. Right, it said override. Let me see if I can get a little more. So, like, in 1 second. Now, I can't get it here. I have this other phone. All right, I'm looking up the word supplant. One of the definitions, it says to take the place of and serve as a substitute for, especially by reason of superior excellence or power. Okay. Superior excellence or power. Right, because when you go to, let me get that, let me pull that back up. Superior excellence or power. All right. It talked about the stronger. It talked about one of the siblings being stronger, which was referring to Jacob. All right. Let's see. This is Genesis 25 and 23. And Yahweh said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb, and 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels, and the one people shall be stronger than the other people, and the elder shall serve the younger. Okay. Let's look at that word stronger right quick. Let's see. Stronger. Yep. To be strong, alert, courageous, stout, bold, right? Solid, hard. To strengthen, secure. For oneself, to harden the heart, to make firm, right? To be determined. Look at that. Strengthen oneself, confirm oneself, persist, prove superior to exhibit strength, to be strong, to feel strong. Kind. And we're going to do all those things, all right? Pursuant to, let me get it. Because, you know, Israel, it talks about Israel taking the kingdom. All right, because, hey, Esau, he ain't going to hand it over willingly. He not going to say, you know, he's tired of ruling. Oh, I've had enough. Or, you know, it ain't like a you know, this thing of rulership. It's not like a toy, like, you know, like a 2-year-old playing on that shit. The 2-year-olds don't even like to share, you know, but maybe say an 8-year-old or a 10-year-old playing with something and then sharing it, you know, with a friend or a sibling or whatever. You know, this thing of rulership, you know, it's a thing of power and respect, you know. So Esau is not going to just willingly, you know, give that up, you know, because when the moment he gives that up, you know, it's all hell to pay for him. And he know, these top elites, they know that, you know. So, hey, we're going to have to take the kingdom by force. We're going to have to supersede. We're going to have to dethrone Esau. and the Edomites. All right, from the top elite on down to the common Joe 6-pack cracker. All of them going into hardcore slavery. All right. Let's see. What's that one I'm looking for? Salakia. Salakia. Take. Damn it. Hold on, give it 1 second. Okay. This is Daniel 7:18. But the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever. You know? So once we take our spot back, hey, Esau is done. He's finished. There's no comebacks, all right? It ain't like, like these, let's say basketball, it ain't gonna be like no, what was that? Like Jordan, when Jordan made a comeback, he retired and then came back to the league, and picked up where he left off, scored like 55 points his first game or something crazy, It's like when Esau goes down, that's it. He flatlined, So, just dealing with Jacob, that's what the Israelites have to look forward to. Israelites, or Israel, which the name goes back to Jacob, and the word Jacob meaning to supersede, to dethrone, to take over, all right, by force, all right, by power and by excellence. So that's what the men of the Lord are gonna do, all right, and I'm talking real soon. So with that, I want to give all praise to Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone that rule well. And peace and salutation to the Akim that's pushing his word in truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. Shalom.